had Zoe Kravitz and Channing Tatum on my flight. Zoe Kravitz actually really looks really good in person. Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Traveling Gun. My name is Thomas. I'm a regional flight attendant. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe. Tell my returning subscribers, thank you for the support. I do appreciate it. Today I begin another 5-day trip. Basically, it's almost as my last 5-day trip, with the exception of I didn't have a turn today. I just have a deadhead to Greenville, and then I go from Greenville to Detroit, and then Detroit to Norfolk. And I'm done again around 11 o'clock tonight. And so, you know, it's just gonna be one of those late night trips, with the exception of go home day. But pretty much every day, well, except for the fourth day and the last and go home day, they're not gonna be as late as the first 3 days. But I'm gonna get ready and get on this shuttle. I have about 40 minutes to get to the gate. You know, we have to be there an hour prior to our departure, so I have about 40 minutes to get to the gate, and I'll see you guys a little bit later on tonight once I get to Norfolk. Good morning, everybody, because it is 12 in the morning. Made it here to Norfolk. Both flights were very uneventful. I am working with a reserve who's been here since August, and she was telling me that she hasn't had a real, well, she's only had, this is her second flight, her second trip, I should say, not flight, but second trip since August. She's been on the line since August. This is her second trip. So my company is severely overstaffed to where we're offering voluntary leave of absence for January. And so that's how overstaffed we are. So a lot of people took the voluntary leave of absence. She took the voluntary leave of absence. She's originally from China. She moved over here in 2019. So she says she's going to take that leave of absence to go back home and spend time at home and things like that. So, but a lot of reserves are not flying because there's nothing in open time. Like literally, there's never anything in open time. So schedules come out tomorrow. I'm not dropping anything because I shot myself in the foot this month for dropping, but I'm not dropping anything. I'm going to just swap. So that's what I'm waiting on, just to swap everything out and not drop. But I'm finna get ready and lay down, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow for day 2. Good morning, everybody. Today is day 2. I have 4 legs today. Go from Norfolk to LaGuardia, sit for 2 hours, LaGuardia to Wilmington, Illinois, and then Wilmington, North Carolina. You know why I say Illinois? Because their airport code is ILM. And then from Wilmington, we go to Atlanta, and then Atlanta to Augusta, and I'm done again tonight by 11 o'clock. So almost basically a 12-hour duty day, almost, in a sense, again. But tomorrow I don't have to wake up again until, we don't leave out until 5 in the evening tomorrow. So it kind of balances out, basically the same as last week. Other than that, my schedules came out. Pretty satisfied with my schedule. Like I said, I'm not dropping anything. Well, I might, because they gave me a 5-day, well, no, it's a 4-day. I think it's a 4-day. Basically, it's a 2-day on the back end of a carryover trip from the end of this month. I don't know if I really want to work that, or just wait and see what happens and just see if I can swap it out, or try to move it down some because I have 4 days off after that. So if I want to move it down in between, it's just a 2-day trip. But I'm pretty satisfied with this, the hours that I got or whatever. But like I said, I'm not dropping anything because these reserves figured out the system quick. So they're dropping their reserve days and picking up a whole bunch of trips that are in open time, so to where there's nothing in open time. So I'm just gonna sit back, wait, and just see what drops in there to see if I can swap out, to see if I can get more credit hour, or, you know, be able to slide some things down and not lose any credit hours. So that's what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna be in the air when we're able to do it, but I'm gonna still try to connect to the plane Wi-Fi and see if I can do it. But other than that, I'm gonna get ready to go downstairs. I'll see you guys a little bit later on once I get to Augusta. Hello, everybody. I'm still here in Norfolk. We're in a rolling delay, basically. Flight was supposed to leave at 12 something, and it kept getting pushed back. It was delayed for an hour before we left the hotel, so we just came, and then it kept getting delayed again. So it is now 4 something, and we're not supposed to leave here until 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. And originally I was gonna operate the flight from Norfolk to LaGuardia, deadhead back to Atlanta, canceled in base. I would have went home. Now I got pushed back again to where we don't get into LaGuardia until after the last flight leaves LaGuardia, go back to Atlanta. So basically, I'm staying in LaGuardia tonight, hopefully. So I don't know if they're gonna cancel this flight or not, but we'll see. We're still waiting. I have about 4 more hours before the flight is supposed to get here. So I'll keep you guys updated if anything else changes. Hello everybody, I made it here to LaGuardia. So I'm done here in LaGuardia. I didn't make the deadhead to Atlanta because the flight left too late in order for us to make the deadhead back to Atlanta, and I would have been canceled in base, so I would have went home. So I'm here, and tomorrow I'll just wake up. I don't have to be at the airport till 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then I deadhead back to Atlanta and then continue on with the rest of my schedule. But other than that, besides sitting in the airport for 7.5 hours, you know, it's just one of those things with rolling delays. We didn't know that it was going to be delayed this long, so we couldn't go back to the hotel. By the time they gave us a day room, it was just like, what's the point? By the time we get there, we have to come back to the airport. But all is not lost. So while we were sitting, I was just happening to look in open time for December, and I noticed that there was a trip that had a Miami layover. And so I opened it, looked to see what kind of, you know, what was going on. And then it dawned on me, it's during the bowl game season. So we're going back and forth from Knoxville to Miami, and the University of Tennessee is playing in Miami for the Orange Bowl. So I picked it up, and it's an 18-hour layover in Miami. Plus, I don't have to work on New Year's Eve like I normally would have originally. And I get back home about 2 o'clock on New Year's Eve, so I get to spend New Year's Eve at home. So all is not lost. I made some more money today by picking up that trip, by swapping out my trip for the one with the Miami layover, and I get a nice little layover in Miami, a great destination. So, but other than that, I'm finna get ready and go work out. I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 3. Good afternoon, everybody. Today is day 3. There's a little bit of cloudiness in the sky here in New York, and I just do a deadhead, and then I have a 2-hour sit in Atlanta, and then I work a flight from Atlanta to Montreal, and then I'm done about 11 o'clock tonight. So it's another late finish. I'm just picking up my schedule from my original schedule, basically from the delay yesterday. Today I just woke up, got breakfast, worked out, because I know I'm gonna get back late, and I think their gym is not open 24 hours in Montreal. And so I just went ahead and got up and worked out, and just basically just rested for the rest of the day, just to be prepared for tonight, because it's going to be a late flight and it's a long flight from Atlanta. But I'm finna get ready and go downstairs to the van to get ready for my deadhead, and I'll see you guys once I get to Montreal. Hello everyone, I've made it here to Montreal. Just the one leg that I actually operated was very uneventful. We were delayed coming out of Atlanta because we had a last minute gate change, and the cleaners and groomers had to come on and clean the new plane. And also when you go international, they have to do a security sweep. So they took forever doing the security sweep. So we ended up closing the door probably about 5-10 minutes late, and get here, we were descending. Next thing I know, I felt us going up. I was like, oh, okay, what happened? So I asked my captain. He said that they had an aborted takeoff right in front of us, so we had to abandon our landing and go around because of the aborted takeoff. But other than that, you know, it wasn't that bad of a flight today. It wasn't full. Pretty much everybody went to sleep because it was late at night. So I have to be at the gate by 12:23 tomorrow, so it's going on after midnight. So that's almost like a, what is it, 10-hour, 11-hour, whatever, 10-hour day, 10-hour overnight or whatever, 11-hour. Don't judge my math, but either way, it's a short overnight. So I'm gonna get ready, take a shower, hit the bed. See you for day 4. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to day 4. And it already started off with a schedule change. I just got a schedule change about 30 minutes ago. Instead of me going to Key West today, I end up going to Jackson, Mississippi. Don't know why they swapped me out. I did have a sit in between once I got back to Atlanta from Montreal today. So it is what it is. It's just part of the business that we're in, even though I did want to go to Key West tonight. But Yeah, that's it. Just the 2 legs. Montreal to Atlanta, Atlanta to Jackson, and I'm done around the same exact time. Well, yeah, technically it's the same exact time because I'm gonna be in Central Time as if I was to go to Key West. So I'm gonna get ready to go downstairs and catch the van, and I'll see you guys once I get to Jackson, Mississippi. Hello everybody. So just to give you a quick update, I found out why they changed my overnight to Jackson instead of Key West. So once I got downstairs in the lobby, I refreshed my schedule and my Montreal flight was delayed into 2:50, and that would have caused us to miss our connection to Key West. Then it got delayed another hour, so they took away the Jackson overnight, and basically I got canceled in base, so I get to go home and for the night so far. So we'll see once I land if they change my schedule again. If not, I go home and then come back up to the airport for go home day just to do my Bahamas turn. So I'll keep you guys updated once I find out more information. Everybody made it home. Like I said, I got canceled in base and everything worked out smoothly for me. They didn't add anything onto my schedule. So I just come home tomorrow, report at the airport like 10 o'clock, do Bahamas turn, then I'm done on go home day. My flying partner, they canceled her in base, but they wouldn't give her a hotel room, and I don't know if it's because she's a reserve. So, and she's a commuter, so I just gave her my hotel room that they gave me because that's like, I'm just gonna go home anyways, and she gets to keep my hotel room, and that way she doesn't have to worry about trying to commute back home and then come right back because she's still on call for another day. So at least she has a room to stay in just in case they, you know, they call her or whatnot. But other than that, finna get out these clothes, wash some of my clothes that I've used already for this trip, and then get ready for tomorrow, because all I'm gonna do is take a book bag, put some underwear, toothbrush, toothpaste, and that's pretty much it. Just in case something happens and I get stuck, I'm prepared. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for go home day. Well, technically day 5. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, we back. Today is basically the 4th day of this of this trip. I can't say it's go home day because I've already been home. But I just come back, do this Bahamas turn, and then knock this out. I'm off for two days, and then I start a 3-day trip after this. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I have a new flying partner again for this. Basically, everybody I've had for this trip was on reserve. So now I have another reservist to work this Bahamas turn for me. So it is what it is. But funny thing, remember how I said I wasn't going to drop any more trips like starting now because I was just going to swap it out because the reserves have learned the system. So I'll go in open time to see if I can kind of swap some stuff out that, you know, maybe if something else came in open time. Tell me why. It's not even January yet. There's only 3 trips left in open time for January 1st, and that's it. But eventually, I think as time goes on, stuff will come back into open time, because that's what happened for this month. As the time got closer, a lot of more stuff got put into open time from people either dropping it, leaving the company, or whatever like that. So I'm gonna just keep a lookout on it, because I was just trying to pick up a little bit of turns here and there. And last month, I realized that I was paid for 115 hours. But I probably only actually really worked 90 to 95 of those hours because of delays, and I got stuff taken away from me. Taxiing in New York, I was paid for 115 hours. And I was like, I might need to try to do that more often, you know. But yeah, that's how that worked out for me. But I'm gonna get ready to get on the van, and I'll see you guys tonight once I get back and close out the video. Hello everybody, I made it back here from the Bahamas. Today's flight was very uneventful. It was full going down, but very, very light coming back, and it was longer coming back. It was 2 hours and 11 minutes coming back, only 140 going, and we had 20 passengers coming back. So it got boring really, really quick, and it seemed like the flight took forever because it was nothing for us to do. I had 3 people in first class, the rest were in the back. Had Zoe Kravitz and Channing Tatum on my flight. Zoe Kravitz actually she looks really good in person. But, you know, I don't really bother celebrities about pictures or anything like that. I just let them be and going about my way or whatever like that. But we usually get a few celebrities on the Bahamas flights every now and again, and some up in New York. I've had a few in New York as well. But other than that, I'm off for a couple of days and get back to it with a 3-day trip. So I'll see you guys in the next vlog. As always, hug on the ones that you love. Tell the ones that you love them. I'm out.